What if I told you the reason you are not learning fast is not your intelligence, it's not your talents, not even your times, but one hidden mistakes everyone makes. And once you fix this one thing, you will be able to learn anything faster. Whether it might be the coding, programmings, it might be the designing, it might be sales, it might be marketings, it might be something related to editing and filming. Whatever it is, you would be able to learn these things so fast as you can't even believe. Let me just prove it. Just remember one thing, your brain is not slow, but your method is. And today we are going to just fix this one method that will definitely help us achieve the thing and learn the things faster as per the expectation of we have. Most of the people do not know how to actually learn because they fry their brains watching podcasts, going for the YouTube videos, reading through the articles, reading the books, textbook, social media applications. And after learning for next 6 months, they have nothing to show for it. And I've also made the same mistake previously when I was just figuring it out how to actually learn the things faster. And for the same reason, I'm just asking you to not to make the same mistake and not to even waste next 2 to 3 years. Instead, you could do this within just 5 to 6 months or maybe a year. And sometimes even learning for most of the peoples become the mental masturbations. And yes, it is the same dopamine hit which we get while scrolling through the social media applications. And it definitely make you feel that you are learning something. But in fact, there is no such thing you have been growing with this. And so for the last few years, while I was so much obsessed over finding something what would be the best way to actually learn the things faster, because if you are from the technical backgrounds and you are in the department of development teams, you might remember that 90% of the task, maybe more than 90% of them are completely new. You just have to figure it out, learn the things, and then after you will be able to complete this. So in this process, you definitely have to learn the things faster as soon as possible in order to complete those tasks for that web application or whatever it is, the software applications we have been building. And this applies for any other industries. They have to learn to grow faster in their field. And eventually I identify the mistakes which destroy the progress. And that is theory overload. In this way, what actually we do is we just go for the 10 videos on YouTube applications. We go for the articles and the blogs and collect few of the points and note it down. Save 20 Instagram tips. And we also screenshot the best method we could find over somewhere in social media applications. Or maybe we have read the books related to that topics. And these are the things before even starting to practice. And definitely, this is what actually makes your brain to bloated with a lot of informations. It is something like your smartphone has a lot of application installed and now it is not able to perform as efficiently, and sometimes when it is lagging, sometimes it got freezed. That is the same situation happens with your brain itself. And this is what actually makes your learning speed of your brain to drop almost of zero. But here is the crazy part. Problem here is not you. Here the problem is the way you have been feeding your mind. And let me show you why it is. And here in this case, just think about the last time you tried to cook a dish. You followed the recipe, tested it, and something was off. What did you do then? You adjusted less salt, more spice, lower flame. And after then again you are going to try whether it has prepared enough so that we can have as per our expectations. And this is what actually you keep repeating the same. For the first time it was not good. Again in the next time, what actually the mistake you have repeated previously, you are not even going to make the same mistake. So in this process, you are just repeating the complete cycle. And this is what actually the process is. You try, observe, adjust, and then after you repeat. And that is what actually the foundation of learning anything effectively. And it is called the experiential cycle. And here is the part most people miss. In this case, your brain would not be able to properly function because your brain has a lot of information overloaded. And when your brain has too many instructions, too many tips, tricks, and even too many best practices, it will not be functioning as per expectations. And it will not be even able to focus on the improvement. Instead, it will be completely focused on the information it is going to store in our brain. And that is the main reason that most of the people never get better at this. And I've also made the same mistake. Let me show you something with one of the example that two of the students joined the same learning program. The first student A, Arvit, he finished 31% of the syllabus within just 5 weeks and went from 80% to 71%. And here is the student B, Sarin, who completed 20% of the course of the syllabus and within just 54 weeks. And also his grade has come from 62% to 92%. So how did the slow student win? So here in this case, Sarin actually added new informations and practiced it enough so that it became automatic. And then after he added another theories. And in case of Arvind, he actually overloaded a lot of informations and it was not even being practiced properly. And this caused no habit form and complete mental overload. So speed doesn't come from the learning more. It just comes with learning less with deeper understanding. And here's the cheat code that almost more than 95% of the time it works. You just have to take one information, process it, and do something about this until it becomes automatic to your brain, so that your brain has to free up the space and it will not feel overloaded. And then after, in the third step, you definitely have to again install new informations, so it will not be feeling overloaded. So you might have the question that what actually the golden ratio for learning is. So here it is, the sweet spot. For every single hour of learning the theories, you just need to at least 5 hours of complete dedication for the practice. And if you can practice more, definitely you can slightly increase the theory of learning. And if habits are forming slowly, you just slightly reduced the theory. And here you have to test in this way. If things getting easier, are you getting faster without even trying? And definitely you also have to ask, the mistake is reducing automatically or not? And if the answer is yes, then definitely you can further go ahead. And if it is no, you just have to slow down a bit in theory consumption. And this is what actually Sari went from 62% to 90%. He was not even slow, he was optimal. So the point here is, almost everyone who fails to learn things faster is just because they have been going through overload of theory. And almost whoever learns this faster go through the balanced way. The enough theory to act and enough practice to master and zero overload. So this is actually how you learn the things efficiently and quickly in most productive way. And if you have still the confusion that you are not even able to identify when we have the enough theory to actually act, you just have to go through this video and you won't be able to procrastinate and act something on building you really have the aspiration to. And to not just getting into this theory one and acting on something that definitely going to get you see the results. Thank you very much the time which you have given to yourself, and definitely we'll see you very soon. Till then, have a nice life.